In a flash, the sky glows as bright as midday, blinding cyan light, casting the landscape in stark shadows. As bleary eyes peer out from windows, and the first croons and caws of the morning echo out, a deafening crash splits the world asunder. Those who had simply turned from it, buried their heads in their pillows, and are startled awake. The less fortunate are pummeled with shards of glass or upturned stones, clutching their bloodied ears in agony. The writhing, billowing smoke of the crater towers into the sky, still suffused with that pure cyan glow, casts in clear light the source of the uproar. Laying still in the wound it opened, like a musket's ball ripping through flesh, is a bounty beyond belief. This is a meteor of pure Damestier, ripe and ready as a fruit, begging to be plucked from its stem. Okay. Here we go! Here we go! The recent Damestier meteorite fall has revealed a secret passageway through the shifting sands that leads to what must be some ancient tomb or buried place. Most sane minds would refuse to enter such a foreboding domain, but of course, that's what we have adventurers for. I'm going to bring all of my troops home, though, because I'm going to need them. Here we go. A little bit worried. No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. We're fine. I'm not worried. A little bit worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. We're a little bit worried. I'm about to have something happen. I don't want to be distracted by warfare elsewhere. Our adventurers were gone only a few days when we received Mashnise emissary, who claims to be from the Sal Ardeth. Her tan skin white with fear, she tells us that the discovery was nothing other than Amasu's tomb. This ancient god king once wished that he would be the only one to have the power of the wish, before a horde stormed from beyond the Serpent Spine, apparently immune to genie magics, as they slew his rivals. He was soon the last god king of Bulwa. However, he could not rejoice, because he did not have the time to bind another genie to his will before the enemy stormed his palace. When he tried to utter his last wish, he found that he was mute. He retained the power of the wish, but he was unable to use it. When the enemy found him, they tried to kill him, but he simply would not die. His wish had bound him to life, forever living with the power of the wish, but never being able to utter one ever again. The new rulers of Bulwa buried him alive at the edge of the Salahad Desert, where he remains until this day. The Sal Ardeth have guarded that tomb for millennia, but apparently the Meteor opened up a passage into it they never knew existed. She implores us to recall our adventurers, but just as Celador I takes up the quill to sign such an order, a rumble fills the air, and the ground quakes. Empress and Mashnise look at each other with horror, even as Celador I scribbles the order and passes it to her secretary. Is it too late? What have we unleashed? The Silent of the Grave incident is a thing, and I've already got goosebumps because the fucking writing in that event is so good. The expedition at the Grand Palace in the desert unearthed its creator and owner, Amasu, Speaker of the Skies. They didn't realize it until it was too late that the magical energy from the Damestier meteorite was being absorbed into Amasu's body, regenerating him and breaking the ancient wards on his tomb. He has left his ancient tomb now. Our mages and historians predict that he wishes to find the relics of his time in which he imbued his power, and if he's able to do so, he will be nigh unstoppable. We have two options now. The first, to destroy Amasu here and now before he can build his strength beyond our ken. The second, to wait until he has unearthed some of these ancient relics, so that we might make use of them when we defeat him, which we will no doubt be a much greater ordeal. Is it worth waiting? Yes. First calamity. More corruption. Okay. So, we have a calamity going on right now. Or we will in a moment. But at the moment, Amasu, he is currently here. When he is vulnerable, we can go and attack him. He is currently as strong as 40 regiments. He will be stronger because I want those relics. Also, global trade, because why not? So yeah, Amasu is he's here. He's out and walking around. Amasu the Silent. Amasu is the ancient god king known as the Speaker of the Skies. According to the folktale, he was cursed by the malicious genies after wishing for too greedy a wish, and is now Unable to... Oh, he's moved. Where'd he move to? He's moved. Where's Amasu gone? Amasu! We can find him, we can find him, we can find him. He's here. Yeah, too greedy a wish, and is now unable to speak or die. What a shitty experience. So, yeah, it kinda sucks to be him, I guess. Today, the clear waters of the beautiful Suran River have changed to blood, or at least something that resembles it. According to legend, Amasu once turned the rivers that ran through the lands of his enemies, or those who did not obey his rule, to blood. They suffered for weeks without clean water or irrigation and had to go to Amasu to beg for his forgiveness. He was often cruel, demanding the penitents sacrifice thousands of soldiers to the river before it would turn clear once more. But one of our scholars notices that the genie's enchantments rely on strict wording, and thus has remarked that there may be a flaw in Amasu's magic here. We must lose soldiers, but there is no need to lose men. If we simply cast their weapons and uniforms into the water, they shall be soldiers no longer, and the sacrifice should still have commensurate effect. So, all along the Suran, which is all of this, I need to sacrifice men, which is what these guys are for. So yeah, every one of these, I'm basically losing a unit, but I gain the manpower back, so it's pretty much just money that I'm losing. So Amasu is careless with his wording. Wait, Dahane, is that not one? No. Alright, let's start killing people and gaining manpower. Did we do it? Is there any more? Nope, we're good, we're good, we're good, we've done it, we've done it, we've done it. Oh, right, so that's that. But hey, guess what? I want my troops back. Amasu. Swords, spears, guns, armor, even cannons. They all sunk quickly to the bottom of the Suran, and where before thousands of soldiers stood, now simply stands thousands of citizens of the Phoenix Empire, no different from the rest. As soon as the last of them discarded their weaponry, the river immediately began to clear, and within an hour it was flowing with water once more. The irrigation systems have been reactivated, much to our farmers' delight, though we will have to engage in some dredging, lest boats run along aground on sunk artillery. We have survived this calamity, though if this is Amasu at his weakest, we shudder to imagine what lays ahead. If we want to finish this early, now would be the time to attack Amasu. He's vulnerable. We could attack him right now, but I'm greedy as fuck. And I want those goddamn relics that he's finding around the place. So I will endure a few more calamities. Just don't tell the peasants that's why we're doing it. Between the Suran and Buranan, Suriel's people prosper. The Riverlands readily provide some of the most fertile lands in all Halan, bringing lush greenery to what would otherwise have been yet more of the vast Salahad. Yet as Suriel's empire grows, it cannot be helped but notice that the supply of arable land is comparatively limited. Only so many new farms can be constructed before floodplains give way to the barren mountains and deserts, which act as Bulwar's shield. As such, what land is available shall be exploited, overturned, and made all the more efficient with modern irrigation techniques, foreign crops, and of course the labour of the servants of Suriel. For though Suriel's rays allow for life to grow, it is only through the efforts of his followers that life is able to flourish. Damn right! Let's go! And with that, we can spend some of our military points. The second calamity. Amasu uncovered the first relic and has recovered a fraction of his power. Our archaeologists and mages predict that he needs between 3 and 5 more to recover all of them and lift the curse. We're not sure of the relic's nature, but its power is obvious, given that it seems to have enabled Amasu to send another calamity against us. Earth, air, fire, water. By his magic, Amasu has conjured the elements themselves to oppose us. The earth elemental takes the form of a massive snake, whose back is mountains and fangs and are immense stalactites. Air is a giant rock of cloud and wind. Fire is an immense firestorm. The only feature is eyes that burn black as night. Water is a crab of coral with limbs of ice. Despite these differences, one thing is clear. These foes are unlike any other we have faced. The elements have no fear, they will not break. We must kill them and crush them before they do the same to us. It is the only way through. Look at these fucking dudes. Let's just go and attack them. Let's have a look at how we fare. Gulendil can go deal with this one. Actually, no, that's not Gulendil. Where's? Oh, here. You go there. You can go up there. And you can go all the way over here. Oh, yeah. Now, buddy, I think you'll be all right. If you want to attack that, feel free. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Also, look at this. 464 morale. 464 morale. Hey, that's dope. I'll take that. We basically have to kill them by wiping them out. Yeah. It's doable. But it's not not super duper easy, you know? I'm looking forward to seeing this though. I wish I could see his reaction. I really do. I'm bringing an army up there anyway, because I'm pretty sure he's going to lose. That's Corvuria that is going to attack here. But yeah, these are the ancient elementals. We're about to attack one. I think that's mountains, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm sure that's going to be just fine. The 4th elemental. So yeah, we basically have no morale going into this. But the morale drops super duper slowly. So it is literally just about killing. Which I think is awesome. Oh, here he is. Here he comes. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? This is going to be fucking hilarious. Alright, so we're going to kill that. Because he can't see into my country. We're not allies anymore. So he can't see that these battles are of this nature. Oh, go on, attack him. Go and attack him, please. Harpy clan. Oh, he's stream sniping me. We're gonna just get the prestige there. Go on then. Go on, Corvuria. Show me what you're made of, buddy. Men are flocking to the colours, though, to defend against these elemental fucks. They're flocking and begging for a chance to serve in our glorious armed forces. 62,000 extra manpower. Let's fucking go. Is it really stream sniping? I enjoy your streams. No, it's cool. It's dope. It's fine. Oh, if he just got into this unknowing of what was going to happen, that would have been hilarious. It really would have been hilarious. It is indeed a lot of morale, for sure. I mean, he's probably got this, right? Because he's got 64,000, right? He's not going to break morale-wise. It is literally down to kills, and it's only doing like 100 kills a tick, versus Corvuria doing like 4 kills per tick, so yeah, he's got this. We do need to de-siege what they've sieged, though. Alright. Our medics are used to treating the effects of cannon shot and gunfire. They are less used to handling soldiers who have all but drowned, or who have been crushed in a living landslide, or have been bludgeoned by a magical tornado, or have been burned alive. But even if they had been, it would only have stemmed the losses, not come close to eliminating them. Though the casualties at Amasu's elemental's hand were non-trivial, thankfully. It is over. The ancient god king mustered the forces of nature against us, but Suriel granted us dominion over his land, and we have proven our mastery once more. If we want to finish this early, now would be the time to attack Amasu. He becomes vulnerable. But of course, we ain't done yet. We want him to have all of his relics. What is this? We've got a national mission to locate. Oh shit! We could attack Amasu right now. Where is he? He's here. No, we're not. No. He's moved on. He's moved on. It's too late. It's too late. Plus, we might not even have won that. The strength of 60 men. We had 60 there. Let me know when you wish to completely murder that ancient mage. I wish to help what little it would be, for you have been a great friend to our Grand Duchy. Well, if you're stream sniping, I'm just going to say, because it's easier than typing. Of course, I will let you know. We wish to get all of the relics, though, so... We have got so much money. We're busy. We're not spending money. Almost 500 ducats of raw income as well is so super dope. Amasu uncovered the second relic and has recovered another fraction of his strength. Our mages predict he needs between 3 and 4 more to recover all of them and lift the curse. This newfound strength was channeled to strike the very heart of Bulwar, Suriel's sun in the sky above. Of course, he could not actually compare to Suriel's awesome might, but a long-range illusion spell has conjured a dark disk in the sky that blocks his light from reaching us. This is blasphemy of the highest order, to say nothing of its effect on crop production. A conclave of mages and priests was immediately assembled as the groups, which sometimes butt heads, united in their horror at Amasu's latest calamity. They have determined the best response will be to channel Suriel's light to destroy the barrier, piercing it like a spear. However, this will be harder than a simple conjure light spell. A complex engineering will be necessary to keep the light concentrated when reaching such a far distance, to ensure it has sufficient power to dispel Amasu's working. Who knew the struggle against the darkness would be so literal?
Say goodbye to the sun, Bulwar.
We lose stability, and we have got to do some things. Step 1. We need to collect the catalyzers. Place troops in a province producing gems to collect the first resource necessary. It seems we're already there. I think that's you. Gems collected. Gems collected. Collected the gems. The light spell is learned by almost every trainee mage before they go on to more powerful evocations of frost or flame. However, to defeat Amasu, we will need light many orders of magnitude stronger than that of a simple cantrip. The gems now secured to sparkle brightly. It will act as such a catalyst to transform our mage's raw magical energy into pure light. Delightful news. What is next? We need to collect the lenses. We need to go and find glass. Glass. Oh, we're right next to some. Beautiful. The light of Suriel's sun spreads across Halan, and the only reason Amasu's magic can stop it is because it's concentrated in creating an eclipse over Bulwar. So too must our light be concentrated to dispel his magic. The vast supplies of glass recently acquired must be fashioned into a massive lens and polished clean and clear to send our ray far into the sky without losing its brilliance. Beautiful. Next up, we need to collect the power source. Dame's Tier, which we know there's some right there. From Ardu. Collect the power source. Amasu's might comes from his relics and ancient power. Though we are blessed by Suriel, we are mere mortals, and even a host of mages cannot match his arcane power. But we do have something he lacks. Dame's Tier. With crystallized magic at our fingertips, we'll be able to match Amasu and surpass him. Sick! Next up, cast the spell. We need to go to a mage tower. Shit, I don't know where my mage towers are. Oh, imagine if I haven't built any. Okay, we got one there. Okay. Let's go! Cast the spell. Day breaks! Bulwar has used flying carpets for many purposes, from sky platform artillery to quick and secure trade caravans, but it has never used it like this. In the dimly lit sky, 200 carpets have lifted a massive lens a kilometre above land, and its very centre beneath, an army of mages has gathered in a hastily assembled mage tower. Each has one hand on a hunk of Dame's Tier, and the other on an intricately carved gem. Each knows the spell they will cast, each knows the importance of the work they do. Suriel's light is a symbol of his gift of life. Now we use our energy to bring it back once more. Celador the First watches for a minute before she calls for the signal cannon to be fired. The ritual begins, the murmurs of spellcasting filling the air, the Dame's Tier crumbling away. On the plain, a new sun begins to dawn, a ball of light so bright the Empress soon looks away. The Archmage at her side, however, does not avert her gaze. Though she will be blind by day's end, she will be the one to release the ritual, and it demands her total attention. She lifts a hand, screams a line from her soul, "I am firing this light beam!" And then, with a high-pitched pew, the nascent sun erupts into the sky like a volcano, until it meets the lens, where it becomes channeled into a brilliant ray. In an instant, the heavens are pierced by a spear unlike any other, and Amasu's darkness shatters. It took a minute, but though day has returned, it still feels dim compared to the brilliance that was just conjured. If we want to finish this early, now would be the time to attack Amasu. Hey, and again, it's still ability back. Dope. The fourth calamity, Elven Beast. I'm actually going to start the battles before I read that one out. Because, yeah, they're some scary beasties. You need to have a general. Alright. Amasu uncovered the third relic, and has recovered yet another fraction of his power. Our archaeologists and mages predict he needs 2 more to recover all of them and lift the curse. With his newfound strength, the God King has mustered another calamity, one that harkens back to the bedtime stories Celador I heard when she was young. Vast quantities of ancient monsters out of Bulwar's oldest legends have sprung from the ground and now maraud the land. The Bashmu, massive serpents with 6 mouths and 7 tongues. Ushamgulu, lion dragons who can devour 100 tons of flesh in a day. Mushmahu, with sharp teeth, merciless fangs, and a venom for blood. Lamu, naked men covered in hair thick enough to be armor, with eyes burning red. Ugalu, storm demons. Ridimu, dog demons more rabid than any gnoll. Gurtabilu, the scorpion men, whose glance is death and whose sting is eternal agony. Umu Dabrutu, the shapeless masses, their only distinguishable features, an ever-shifting mass of weaponry. Lamashatus, the slayers of women with the head of a lion, the body of a donkey, and an unceasing cruelty and rage. And finally, Kusariku, human-faced bulls whose horns can impale 3 men straight through. We now fight the darkness made flesh. We must not fail. Glorious! We did it! Yay, us. Fantastic. Cannons, go and de-siege. They do indeed have a lot of morale. They're at like 460 something morale, and we are at, I don't know, 5. So, but I think what they've done is made it so that these demons and shit have 0 morale damage dealt, something like that, because it doesn't, like, or maybe a tiny bit of morale damage dealt, because it does all come down to kills rather than morale. Morale is not playing a factor in these battles whatsoever. And you know what? Let's blow up all these forts as well. The shorter the amount of time I am sieging my own forts, the less devastation they're going to get. Continue to culture convert naturally, and we'll continue to build a few more manufactories while we deal with the imminent threat of total annihilation by a genie god king thing. Amasu is currently in Tunkalem, but we don't want to kill him yet. We don't want to attack him. We need to wait. You can go all the way to Rayuel, actually. I think I want to take this, because that supply limit is kind of huge, actually. Stop me taking attrition while I'm waiting with these fat stacks. We're going to wait for 1 tick, hope for a breach. We didn't get one. Let's make our own. 49%. Okay, that's good. That's good. Siege of Madura is over. Okay, so we finished that calamity. Creatures came crawling out of Bulwar's nightmares, and we beat them back. The night cannot stand against Suriel's sun, and nor could Amasu's monsters stand against man, though they took their toll of blood and flesh, even in defeat. If you want to finish this early, now would be the time to attack Amasu. Not yet, not yet. Also, construction of the highway continues unabated, because, you know, they just keep on working, and it's great. Amasu uncovered the 4th relic and has almost recovered his power. Archaeologists and mages are now certain that he only needs 1 more to recover all of them and lift the curse. The mummy's growing strength has led him to even greater magics, and this next calamity is of singular strength. Meteors rain from the air, crushing any caught beneath them. Out of clear blue sky comes death and destruction. Though all seems lost in this latest turn of events, Suriel has sent us a ray of hope in the form of a delegation from the Sal Ardeth, the Mashnisi tribe who served as wardens for Amasu's tomb. Few have not left the deserts of the Nihrukualu, the Silent Hall, for millennia, but none could stand by while Amasu roamed free. They say their ancient records contains hints to genie relics that might be able to counter the spell and end the calamity. They also bring a poem that must date to Amasu's own reign, yet remains as accurate depiction of current events. Thus, this doth be the end. Hold thine air, count 10. Endure thy motion, and then, hark, thy heart bursts again. For this doth be the end. I hath drowned and dreamt this occurrence. Fated 'tis them, sweepeth me away stolen. The sky doth fall. And yeah, there's another calamity, and we need to go and find some relics. Real quick. So, where are the relics? Excavate the artifacts. So we got one there. We've got one there, one there, one there. One... Oh, we've got some all the way over here. Okay, so we'll go and excavate all those artifacts. So, let's excavate an artifact, and we found one. With the help of Salar Death, we were able to secure one of their ancient relics, and our mages report they seems to be still working. With a few of these, we should be able to stop the Meteor storm. Alas, we are not the ancient god kings, and so cannot hurl a massive stone out of our own at Amasu. If only. So that's one. Oh no! Unfortunately, our mages reported it seems to have been damaged over the millennia since its burial. It's little more than a historical curio now. There's no power to end this calamity. We must continue the search. We just keep doing that until we find them. There's another one. There's another. We didn't find anything. Excellent. 2 of 5. And you need to continue. Sweet. 3 of 5. And you go to West End. The Meteor shower. Most days the only thing to fall on Gord here are the gentle rays of Suriel's bright sun. On occasion there are rain showers, a soothing balm to the parched land. Today is nothing like those. Not at all. Meteorites of all sizes rain from the sky. Even the smallest move fast enough to bludgeon a man. The larger ones crush a chariot or a house with ease. The populace has generally retreated to caves and basements and are powerless to do anything but watch as Amasu's calamity brings devastation to their land. F. Big F. Do not like. So excavate more artifacts. 4 of 5. Oh shit, we got 2 there. Nope. Got 1 more. I think that's going to be it. Right, excavate the artifacts. Oh no, and we have found 5 of 5. Fantastic. Now we need to rush over here. So that is where we were seeing Amasu travel to. We need to use the artifacts on him. He's currently here. Okay. Let's go and use the artifacts to stop this calamity. Place troops where Amasu is to use the artifacts on him to end the Skyfall calamity. He's currently in Akrad Till. Come on. There it is. Use the artifacts. The assembled relics were the Sal Ardeth's greatest treasure, a legacy of millennia. But to the outward eye, they looked more like Child's rock collection. Even if in close inspection showed the stones were swirled with intricate patterns made of a mineral unlike any other. With the stones and a belt around his waist, a single archmage went into the epicenter of Amasu's most recent meteor storm. As he walked, the death that rained from the sky parted around him, as if the deadly stones could not approach the protective ones he carried. A murmured word and the collected relics shattered, their power supercharged, such that the shield they provided expanded outwards. The falling meteors consumed and eradicated. A few moments later, the skies cleared, and the calamity had passed. Let's go and fucking get him. Let's go and fucking get him. Let's go. Where are you? Amasu, you prick. He's currently in Hope's Peak. Let's make sure Galindil is going to join this fight. Our consort who's been with us from the very beginning. And I believe the fight is going to be in West End. He has the strength of 120 regiments, apparently. I believe it's going to actually be more. I get unreasonably stressed out if I don't pause while reading event text. I get that. Because I know I'm also on a timer here. I'm like balancing reading it fast with reading it like so people can understand what I'm saying. Alright, so here you want to be going to West End. You can go here. You can be fine where you are. You can go to Azabel. So we could fight him right now. However, he's only got 4 of the collected relics, and we want all of them. Power overwhelming! Those were the words ring in the ears of every inhabitant of Bulwa when Amasu uncovered and seized his 5th and final relic. Each heard it in their mother tongue, loud and clear, even as all the land's dogs began to howl and as all the horses neighed in fear. Our scholars and mages and all our priests all say the same thing. We've only a few months to defeat the ancient god king before it's too late. It may be nigh impossible now that the binding rituals begin to slough off, and he attains his full power, but we have no other choice. So in 180 days, he fucking wins, so we gotta fucking move. We gotta move. He's in West End. Let's fucking go. God King Amasu has risen up in West End. Because of course he has. Oh god, he got to die. He's got to die here, otherwise explosions and death on a scale hitherto unknown. He needs to die. Here and now, Amasu must fall. Led by glorious, actually, Munerian Sursweir. Sure, he can do. But you know what? Gilendil is totally involved. Like, he's totally involved. He's in there. He's doing his thing. And the battle rages on in West End. Thousands upon thousands of glorious Phoenix troops falling. All in order to deal the final blow to fucking Jahur. Are you shitting? Okay, whatever. You know, that's fine. But Amasu must fall. There is no option here. We have 2.3 morale left. We started with 5, but we must continue this fight. We can not lose it. We do have 100,000 reserves, so we're probably going to be fine. I'm just kind of making it a bit, you know, more dramatic than it maybe needs to be. But whatever. This is it. We can finally see a red sliver on his morale. He's going down. He's got cannons on the front row, because he's God King, and that's just what happens. Sure, you can come and help, but I don't think you're going to be here in time. 7,000 lost there, 9. Amasu is going to fall. He's going down. 600 left, 400 kills, and Amasu is dead. The world is saved. Amasu has fallen. The 5th tenet of the Sun cult. Don't abandon hope. The sun will come again, and today, through all the darkness a mummy god king could muster, Suriel's will has reigned triumphant. He threw sandstorms at us, but we endured. He summoned skeletons and monsters, and we cut them down. He harnessed all his arcane might, but could not slay Celadora. And then, after a brutal battle that sapped the genie's strength, with a flick of a ritual-enchanted sword, the Empress cut the monster down. There was a single moment where all Bulwa, all Halan seemed to hold its breath. And then, in an instant, with the sound of a thunderclap and the flash of a blinding white light, Amasu disappeared. When vision returned to Celadora's eyes, she saw only a small and battered bronze lamp, surrounded by scattered relics. Picking up the lamp, it seems a small trace of its genie power still remains. The Empress raises the lamp to her lips and whispers, "I want to be hurt, Amasu too." No, wished for God kingship, maximum absolutism. Ooh, okay. Goods produced modifier, okie dokie, or national unrest. I mean, don't know. I think we go goods produced. I think I'll go goods produced modifier. I think that is probably... Yeah, we're going goods produced. When Amasu fell, the relics he had gathered dropped beside the lamp. It's unclear how long their power will last with the God King finally gone. But for as long as they do, Empress Celadora will have power unlike any other at her fingertips. So I get the incense of Itar Hasish, the Arsdigil armor, the drops of Daria, the Azra Enu leaves, and the dagger of Darumashil. Now these are freaking cool, because let's have a look at these. The Arsdigil armor. Well, if I wear this, I get shock damage received -5% until Celadora's death, and she lives 15% longer. Of course she's wearing this, immediately. We could smoke the Azra Enu leaves and get all power cost -10 for a year. And I can do that twice. The drops of Daria will give me a massively reduced in cost advisor. And I've got only one time to use that. I've got 2 more. One of them is honestly a bit shit. This Incense of Itar Hashish. I just lose all my aggressive expansion with somebody. I don't like that one. I'm kind of disappointed that I got that. But then this one is kind of cool. The Dagger of Darumashil. I can kill the country's ruler in exchange of life of a member of our ruling family. So, you know, say Virkul Gulen gets a bit uppity and they have a 666 again. I could be like, you're dead. Don't be getting uppity. Glorious. Just gonna turn those off so I don't accidentally click them. Amasu is fallen. The God King is slain. Praise be to Empress Celadora who struck the decisive blow. Glory be. Absolute glory fucking be.